Hello everyone, I'm Zhong Yi from EICC department. Today I'm so delighted to share with you a Chinese traditional recipe from my hometown Guangdong province, China. As you can see, the lotus root corn and pork rib soup. In Guangdong, where I come from, sipping on a bowl of nourishing soup is a daily ritual. As my mother's always said, you can skip the meal, but never skip the soup. That you can see how important it is for our Cantonese people. Today I'm gonna share it for 3 parts. First is the history, and then is the recipe steps, and finally is the conclusion part. The tradition of brewing soup has a rich history of Guangdong, and these soups are not only comforting but also nutritious. Guangdong is located in the subtropical zone, facing the sea and interlaced with river, so the whole area is humid and hot. It is the weather there is totally different from Seoul's, because Seoul is cold, right? And people are prone to malaria, like the throat disease and other diseases. In order to avoid the suffering of damp and the heat and the kinds of disease, the clever Cantonese people made local materials and made pharmaceutical soup. Over time, soup became the habit and the tradition. Today, I will guide you through the steps of preparing the wholesome lotus root corn pork rib soup. First, prepare the pork ribs. Begin by placing pork ribs in cold water, adding a moderate amount of ginger and the cooking wine, just in order to remove the bad smells. I know you can see that. Once the water reaches a boil, remove the pork ribs, discard the water, and transfer the blanched rib back into the pot. I think the size of the pork ribs you can decide by your own. The second, combine the ingredients. To the pot, add cold water, blanched pork ribs, lotus root, and the corn. For an extra touch of sweetness, you can include a few red dates, which is my favorite because it will make the soup more warm and nutritious and sweet. Finally, add ginger slice to suppress any unwanted flavors. Third, simmering process. Let the ingredients simmer over medium heat for about an hour. And also, if you want the soup more creamy, you can boil it for 1 hour and a half, but switch it to the small heat. And this slow cooking process allows the flavor to melt together, creating a rich and savory broth. Last but not least, the seasoning. After an hour, season the soup with an appropriate amount of salt and garnish it with chopped green onions. If you don't like green onions, you can just forget about it. In console, that you can get a bowl of heartwarming and delicious sweet soup. It's easy, right? So in conclusion, the lotus root corn and pork rib soup encapsulate not just the flavors, but the essence of Guangdong's soup culture. The recipe reflects the deep-rooted tradition of enjoying hearty and nutritious soups in our daily lives. So the next time, if you find yourself yearning for a comforting meal, consider indulging in the warmth and the richness of the classic Guangdong soup. So in such a cold season, why not prepare a warm and easy-to-cook soup for yourself and your family? Thank you for your attention, and I hope you enjoy making the soup in your own kitchen. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me.